Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have myself a chili mango truly, and we're going to talk about a moment of change. You know, I have so much alcohol sitting around that, that's why I started doing videos where I drink, is because otherwise I just don't drink often enough to use up all my alcohol. So here I am using up my alcohol in a video because I don't have any friends that live close enough for me to give it away, and I have to drink it. This stuff will not last forever. There's a moth in here. Before I go any further, let me remind you, for every 1,000 subscribers I got to do, purchase one of these bracelets from 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. If you'd be so kind as comment, like, and subscribe, you'll be doing your part for a better world. Now, what do I mean by a moment of change? A good example would be New Year's. Practically everybody says, New Year, new me. It's the winter. It's time to start working on your summer body. You fattened up through the autumn. And now here it is. You've got to do this. And then there's, moments that are more once in a lifetime. Like, for my people, it's the bar mitzvah, Essentially, the bar mitzvah is the moment where you were declared a man. You're eligible to marry in classic times. Or the Sweet 16 for other cultures. But one of those things we do as human beings is we try to look for that moment of change. I could tell you one of the things I did for my moment of change. I would lie to myself. I would say that all this fat was stored energy, and that I was storing energy for a transformation, and I'd go and I'd eat something terrible for me, and I'd say, yes, now we're going to assume that the energy for the transformation has been collected, and from this point forward, I'm going to eat healthy, and I'm going to lose the weight, and I'm going to do better, and of course, look at me, and I could tell you that this room has got plenty of things that I shouldn't be eating in it that I write reviews of. And some of them are small. I got a great example for you, These are German chocolates, all right? I bought 2 boxes of these. They were identical. And this one, the Alpine milk chocolate, I've reviewed. Chopped hazelnut, I have not reviewed yet. Marzipan filling. Marzipan is almond. Haven't taken care of that one. Cornflakes. That's what a Butterfinger has in it. And praline filling. I'm going to have to look up what a praline is, because I actually don't know. So, I have these 4 flavors of chocolate. And if you look at me, you would say, well, there's a man who doesn't eat any damn chocolate. And it was really dumb of me to buy this because, of course, I have chocolate. I have piles of chocolate that's been sitting in my house since, I think some of it as early as Halloween of 2023. So I'm filming this in August of 2024. Don't know when I'm posting it exactly, but you would be surprised. In fact, if I decided I'm not going to eat or I'm not going to go to the store and buy any human food until I run out of the food I have. I'm pretty sure I would be able to last at least a month of making reasonable meals, normal meals, before I would run out completely. There are points there, like, yeah, at a certain point I would run out of vegetables and I would have to use canned beans, but I do have a lot of canned beans. So it's one of those questions that, do you just use the canned beans, or... And I have some canned vegetables. I'm not completely without canned vegetables. In fact, in this room, I believe I have a can of mushrooms somewhere. But it's one of those things that, we as people, we look for these moments, and I've been wanting to have that moment where I say, I'm not going to have any more fast food unless it's working related, because I eat fast food all the time. And I do it less than I was doing it 6 months ago, but I'm still doing it way too much. And I mean, I should be having fast food no more than once a week. I should be having these chocolates no more than once a day for these small ones. And it's like, in order for me to lead a balanced life, one that's healthy and productive, suddenly you've got to start really asking yourself, well, how do I, what in hell is that? It is a black beetle on my green screen. What the hell is that? I'll find that out later. Well, I'll throw that thing outside. It's not a bed bug or a cockroach, I can tell that. Anyway, like I say, it's like I should have a salad for my next meal. And then after having that salad, maybe I'll have another one of these, film another video. And that's what I should really do, And if I don't have one of these, then maybe I could have one of these. That's balance. And I want to have that point in my life. I look for that point in my life where I'm just going to say, this is the worst it's going to get. This is the laziest I've ever been. And from this point forward, I'm going to express a hard discipline. And before I made this video, I was honestly sitting and thinking about it. I wanted to go out there and eat something bad for me. Not only did I want to eat something bad for me, because I have things that are bad for me, but I wanted to go and buy something bad for me. And it was like, what should I buy? The answer to that is, you should have a salad, fat boy. You had something bad for you yesterday. And I did. I had some American Chinese food. I don't like to call it Chinese food because it's not. It's not. I had broccoli, beef, and sweet and sour pork, and pepper chicken with white rice. I don't like the fried rice because they put onions in it. But I mean, even then, normally I buy that meal with a large Coke and egg rolls if they have them. But this time they did not have the egg rolls, and I did not want to wait for them, so I didn't wait for the egg rolls. And I mean, really, I should only eat that meal when I'm celebrating something. This beetle is kind of falling on its back here. There we go. Why do I care if the beetle's comfortable? Oh. Probably going to toss that thing outside and it's going to get eaten by a bird or something, man. It's dark outside, so this thing is probably nocturnal. Anyway, as I was saying, I wanted to go today and get double Western from Carl's Jr. I used to get those all the time. And I would order the onion rings on the side. And, I'd eat the onion rings because I don't like onions. But one of those things I had to admit to myself is that, if you're going to live a better life, the moment to start that better life is always now. If it's New Year's Eve and you're going, well, I'm going to get totally plastered and, barf up, and then the next day, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to start this new and impressive life where I do all these wonderful things. Yeah, maybe what you should do is have a Bloody Mary, because they help with hangovers, and call it quits at 2 a.m. and then don't party till 4 in the morning and throw up all over the place. It's one of those points. But one of the things that you have to remember about leading a better life is that if you lose one day of that better life, you need to make it up. So you've lost 2 days. It's like, with my blogs, if I let's just say everything was caught up and I lost 1 day, so it's like now I've got whatever I was going to do yesterday plus whatever I've got to do today. I've got double the work to do to get caught up. And one of the things I'm doing right now is I did a lot of work today. Not as much as I had hoped, but I was sitting there working, and today is actually a really good day for me because 5 of my 6 YouTube channels posted something. Not something terribly great or wonderful, not something earth-shaking, but, I've got one YouTube channel that's now doing 1 short a day. I've got 2 YouTube channels that are doing 3 shorts a day. I've got this channel doing 3 shorts a day and 3 to 4 videos a week. And then I've got my biggest channel, which is doing, 3 shorts a day and pretty much 7 videos a week. So I'm pushing that, and I'm getting there. And I'm putting out more than I was a month ago, and I'm putting out more than I was a week ago. But there are other aspects of my life that are just kind of falling apart. And it's like, what I should do right now, in fact, is I should finish this drink, for one. I should sit down at my computer and I should film or work on a bunch of YouTube shorts and do nothing else until I've got those certain number of YouTube shorts ready. And then I should say, okay, switch my flash drives from computer to computer, and then that's when I would have my next meal. And that next meal should be a meal where I do review something. I've got plenty of things got lots of things to review. No shortage of things to review. And then, back to work. And I should work and work and work. It's just one of those things. And you say, well, you've got to have some fun. No, trust me, I have all kinds of fun. Okay, I do all kinds of things that are fun. Not really fun, but fun enough. And I should, I should basically say, okay, I'm not going to do anything fun until I do X amount of work. Right now it would be 65 videos, I think would be the number. 65 shorts. And then, I should also say that 65 shorts and then clean up my workroom. Or clean up my bedroom. Or, clean up one room. And then tomorrow it's 65 shorts and clean up another room. And it's like, as life goes on there and as things happen, it's like, yeah, if you didn't mop your bathroom today, mopping your bathroom tomorrow is probably just as good. If you didn't mop your bathroom in a year, mopping your bathroom tomorrow is not just as good. You've got to mop a lot longer and work a lot harder. So it's like, if I were the kind of I don't think it's even possible for a person with my low level of discipline to get a six-pack abs. But, if it were, it's a lot harder to do that in 6 months than it is 6 years. It's a lot harder to do that in 6 years than 16. So the point I'm making is that, if you're one of those people who are like me, and you're sitting there going, I need to find my moment. I need to find the point where I turn my life around. Well, that point has got to be today. And it's like a lot of us go crazy on the holidays. I'm just as guilty of that, because the holidays, it's actually the day after the holiday that I go crazy. It's the day after Halloween is the day I hit the store and I look to see what candy they have, because I want to fill my blog the next year, And maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should just think of the holidays as regular days and not look for things to fill my blog the next year. I don't have a problem filling my blog. Maybe I should just think of it that way. But then, even if I did, what I need to do is I need to have a very balanced, it's like you get your Halloween candy and you put it in the refrigerator and you store it up and you say, I'm going to have just this amount, not scoop it into my mouth in handfuls. And that's just what you do. And, it's like with soda, I shouldn't buy any more soda unless I'm going to get a review out of it until I've drinking all the soda I have. And believe me, I have lots of soda. And it's one of those things, is that we look for that moment in our lives where we're going to make a change. But there should be no particular moment when we make a change. That moment should always be now. Even if you're sitting down to Thanksgiving dinner with your family, you should probably be saying, you know what, dude, if I want a lot of food, maybe I should take some home. And I will further put this out there. For those of you going to a large family gathering, the thing to eat first is the salad. It is what will not last. That's the thing. Maybe have a token bite of everything else. Have whatever it is you're going to take home. And, don't do the excess, because you don't need to excess. I remember when my old man was alive, he told me that he was at work and one of his workers, he was a supervisor, and one of his workers said, "Can I sell you my watch?" It was Thanksgiving. And he's like, "What?" He goes, "Well, I want to buy a turkey for Thanksgiving and I don't have any money, so you know, I'll sell you my watch and I can have the money to buy a turkey." And this was a good job, mind you. I mean, this was back in the 90s, and this guy was making, more than $50,000 a year, which was a lot of money back then. And, the house note was taken care of. So this was a pretty good job. But, it's like they didn't have money for a turkey. So he said he handed over $20 and said, "Keep your watch." But it's like, if you're eating alone, why do you want a turkey? Go get yourself a Cornish game hen and, be happy with that. That's that thing. For those of you who feel like you need to turn your life around, look in the mirror and say, "Today is today." And probably it won't be. Probably you'll fall back into old habits, or you'll do things that are wrong, or whatever have you. And all you can do is pick yourself up and have another day. Now I'm going to go take this thing outside because it doesn't appear to be harmful in any way. It's like a black June bug. But this thing has as much right to live as anything else, so far as I'm aware. It's part of the food chain. Killing it and throwing it in the trash would just be a waste. So I'm going to put this outside for something to eat, because we have to support a healthy world. I'm Richard. Hi everybody, I'm Danger Ducky, and this is the part of the video where I remind you to comment, like, and subscribe. I'm also giving time for there to be links to the next video and subscriptions. You should comment, like, and subscribe, because for every 1,000 subscribers, this channel will buy a bracelet from For Ocean, and that will pull a pound of trash out of the ocean. It's a big ocean, and there's a lot of trash there. We also buy medals from the Conqueror, and every one of those means that 5 trees are planted, so that we will have a cleaner world for you and me to live in. Danger Donkey says, be a good Samaritan, float like a butterfly, and comment, like, and subscribe!